Hey guys, HW. So you want to know where I'm staying? Staying at the Fiji InterContinental Golf Resort. The only 5-star resort on this part of the island. I'm on the main island down from Nadi, the capital. And I'm right down the end of the island. So I thought this morning I'd get around the resort and show you what it's like. So come and get around the InterContinental Fiji Golf Resort with HW. I think there's 3 main pools at the resort. This one's the children's pool. And near shallow areas for the kiddies to swim and not drown. Now I'll take you directly over to the adults only pool. This is one of the main restaurants as well, Toba Bar and Grill. We've eaten here a couple of times already during our stay, and I'll talk over this music a bit. But there's plenty of chairs, indoor and outdoor dining. And then I'm walking directly towards the main pool now. This is the adults pool, the infinity pool, and the lads are in there cleaning it now, getting ready for the massive punters to arrive for the day. Hey. Everywhere you go, you get the Fiji greeting of Bula, hello. That little hut there on the corner, that's the water sports hire place. You do get complimentary 1 hour every day of whatever water sports that you want to do. And then you can pay, it's like a really small amount to get extra time. It's only like, I don't know, $5 or $6 Fiji to get extra time. That's another one of the water sports huts over there. That's probably for the motorised craft. I haven't bothered to do that yet. And here's all the banana lounges. A few punters have turned up to take their spots already. I'm not going to go up to the other area. Up on the hill there is Club Continental, or the Continental IHG Club. But that's where the next pool is. Here's a view of some of the beach villas. My mother's got one of these, and I'll showcase that later in the vid. But out the front of the villas, got these little cabanas with day beds that you can reserve for yourself. Sit out and enjoy Nadadola Beach, which the Fiji Golf Resort sits on. And that's Nadadola Bay there. I just come back from a run this morning around to the headland over there, and then I had to make my way through the bush to come back on one of the local roads because the beach there was so soft. Kept getting stuck in it under my weight. There's a few people doing I don't know whether it's yoga or some sort of just stretching class over there. I can see my brother-in-law, sister in that class. This is a bit of a cocktail bar. It's called the Karma Lounge. And we came here for cocktails one night. It was beautiful. And then they had some fire dancers and drummers out the front here during the night. And I think it was a happy hour as well. put out a few free drinks for the punters too. But yeah, Karma Lounge. It's open from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. There's a lot of people that get up really early to have breakfast, and they're all in there already. That's the Senasana restaurant. That's the main buffet. That's where you have your buffet breakfast. I'll see if I can give you a little peek in it as I walk past. Oh, might be of interest to some. This old train track that runs from the back of the resort here into the village, and the village are where most of the staff live. This old sugarcane rail line used to drag the sugarcane along, which is one of the main crops for Fiji. So at the end of the day, you see the staff leave the resort and actually walk down the tracks back to the village, which is pretty cool. So there's the Senasana buffet restaurant. Outdoor and indoor seating. Single breakfast? Double shot.
Double shot?
Yeah. This is another one of the restaurants at the resort called Navo. This one's a bit more exclusive. More exclusive a la carte. They have a view out to the water as well. And the tables over there, see, a view out to the beach and the lagoon. There's a collection of shops available underneath the reception. There's a little grocery store there. A perfume and other creams and concoctions there. There's a little clothing boutique and souvenirs there. There's a jewelry store. I'll come back later, but just off the Senasana restaurant there. On the ground here, all along this wall, later the locals will turn up and set up their little market stalls. And I'll come past when they're here and show you a bit of their wares.
That's 60. It's with a hook.
And corporate types amongst you. The resort does have conference facilities, and these are all the conference rooms that are available for hire around this little water court. I love their frangipani trees. They have really fat bunches of frangipanis off the ends of the trees. Our ones in Australia usually, or the ones that have been imported to Australia, are usually further apart. These ones are clumped together, which is really nice. Here's the main entrance to the resort that we bussed in on the first night. I'll give you a look through. There is a fair distance between each of the accommodations, so they have complimentary golf carts that you can hail throughout the resort if you get tired. Take you back to your room or take you to a restaurant or bar. That's one of the said golf clubs, golf buggies there. Here, when you first arrive, they give you a drink here at this bar before you head down here to the reception to book in. There's yet another view of the breakfast buffet, the Sanasana restaurant. There you go, right on cue. One of the locals making their way down the sugarcane track to work. This resort's been here since 2009, and I did, when I was on my run before, notice an old abandoned resort nearby, so I could assume that was the original one. So I don't know how many years this particular lady's been walking up and down this track to work, but I'd say it'd be a fair while. And there it is, there's Natadola Beach again. That Karma Lounge underneath us, and here's the main reception. You got 3 or 4 tables, 4 or 5, maybe 6 tables to book in when you come in. People there now, either paying their bills or booking in. I don't know if you can see those villas up the top of the hill, the skyline up there. That's part of the club. That's where the people that belong to the InterContinental IHG club, that's where they stay. There's actually a really famous Australian football player staying up there at the moment, but he's been coming down to the village a lot with his family. I'm not going to mention his name, I respect his privacy, but I've seen him a few times. Even my mother had a good chat to him the other night as well, just about Fiji in general, and she did mention that being a fan of the club as well. Here's some villas here, or rooms here. My sister's staying in one of these ones. There's nice big paths in between all of the accommodations and the restaurants and bars. And this is where the golf carts scoot down if you can't be bothered walking. Haven't been to the spa yet, so let's go and have a look. Here's some of the watercraft here that I was mentioning earlier. The Sea-Doos. Haven't seen anybody riding them yet since I've been here. I don't know why they've got them kept all the way down here. You can easily whack it on the back of, off the back of one of the golf carts with a tow ball. Here's the entrance to the spa here. Looks sensational. Oh, look at that, they've put up a photo of the old sugarcane train for us. Look. Doesn't say what year it ended. I can see a few more locals making their way from the village on the track there. Let's get in and have a look at this spa. Beautiful entrance way to the spa. I'm not going to go in there because it's too dark. Can't see anything, especially with this camera. But you've all got all your normal treatments in there, your normal spa treatments. And you'll probably have something unique in there as well for the local area. They probably have some sort of local mud or local botanical treatment. I'm not going to delve into it. Hello. Here's the gymnasium. I haven't been in here yet, but it's got treadmills and some free weights and exercise bikes and crunch stations, and seems to have everything that you need. Like most resorts, they've got a kids club. They've got a covered playground here for the little ones. And I have seen some of the staff members who look after the kids taking them around the resort doing different activities. Little play area over this side of the fence as well. Big chessboard and ping pong tables and pool tables and a cafe at the back for the kiddies. Comes some of the golf carts now. There was a passenger one followed by a maintenance golf cart. They never seem to stop working, the locals. They're always at it. But it's a beautiful spot. It's well established now. All of the tropical trees and palms and ferns and everything. This is typically what the backs of the rooms look like. You have a staircase up to rooms up top, or you just got ground level entrance, which my mum has. Here's my room. This is where I'm staying. This is known as a garden view room, but I do have a view of the water from my veranda, so I'm sort of half and half. At the end of every block of villas or accommodations or rooms, whatever you want to call them, they do have ice machines with filtered water. We made use of these last night on one of the cabanas. We bought some duty-free grog with us and had a few drinks before dinner. Alright, a quick look at my room. Ignore all the mess. We got here too late on the first night, so I couldn't film it before we messed it up with all our luggage and everything else, but it's a double room with a garden view. A couple of double beds, so I'm sharing this bed here and I've got two kids in this bed over here. So it's a decent sized room, and there's our balcony. Again, excuse all the clothes lying around everywhere. And even though it's a garden view, we do have a view through the trees there to the beach as well. So day bed outside. Nice little day bed. And there's a bath outside. And they've got curtains that you pull across. Just here on your balcony, you pull across when you want to have a bath and have a bit of privacy. Nice sized bath. This is what the room looked like before we destroyed it. So the only complaint that I have is these rattan or cane chairs that they have. They're quite heavy and they're really hard to sit in. They're like really low. It's impossible to sit in them, and they take up so much space in the room, so we've just moved them to the side there so we can get past. There's a bar fridge that you can use to put your own stuff in. It has, they have, a couple of milk bottles in there, that's about it. TV, and then all the usual facilities you get in a hotel room. The kettle and coffee and tea making facilities and all the rest of it. And here's the bathroom with double sink and all the usual facilities, hand wash, shampoo, all the rest of it. I won't show you the shower because there's someone using it now, but taking the path down past the rooms that they call the lagoon rooms, or ones that have a view of the lagoon as opposed to the beach. Not many people around yet, as they're all stuffing their faces at the breakfast buffet. So there she is, there's the lagoon. So here's my mum's room. She's got one of the beach villas or the beach view rooms. She's a nice big king bed, as opposed to my two double beds. Again, this is several days into the trip, so apologies for the mess around the room, but she's got a lot more cupboard space as well than what I do. Same setup with the bar fridge and the tea making facilities. Bathroom's pretty much the same size, with wash closet on one side and shower on the other. But the big difference obviously is that view, getting that view directly out into the ocean. She's got a nice lounge area out the front with day bed, and then she's got the curtains in the bath area out there as well. Obviously a big seated lounge area as well. Now this bed here is being used by my niece, who sort of latched onto the trip at the last minute. She's flown up from Melbourne to come on the trip. So yeah, that's what the sort of deluxe beach room view looks like, or room looks like. Pretty nice to be able to just walk out to your own cabana and out to the beach. This is what my mum's beach view suite looked like before she rated it. Are you coming to the sandbank or what?